Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. I've got a couple pieces of blockchain news today. We're going to cover a couple of things that are a couple of projects that are aiming to take blockchain gaming a little more into the mainstream. So it's pretty exciting here. Just want to say before we get started, if you like the content here and want to see more blockchain gaming news, go ahead and hit the like and subscribe button. It really helps my channel grow. And also that I have a blockchain gaming Discord community that I'm growing steadily at this point. There's going to be a link in the description if anybody wants to join that. Basically, we just talk about blockchain gaming, talk about crypto, and share different things with each other. So let's go and get started. I've got two big pieces of news. And the first one that I want to cover here is a new game that's actually supposed to launch today, believe it or not, around 3 p.m. Eastern time. Now, we'll see how that goes. I expect there's going to be some problems with the launch, like with any game, but hopefully not. So the first game I'm going to talk about here is MyDefiPet. And shout out to CharDX from my Discord for pointing me towards this game. I didn't even hear anything about it. I usually am pretty up to date on new games coming out. And this is the first time I heard about this one, and I think it might end up being pretty big. So, MyDefiPet, I'm on their website right now. This is a new pet breeder game, kind of like Axie Infinity, only it's on the Binance Smart Chain versus the Ethereum chain. So, less gas fees, stuff like that. So, MyDefiPet, it says here that MyDefiPet is a virtual pet game that combines DeFi, collectibles, and your own personality. Now, this is going to be available on either the web, like a web app, or on your smartphone on iOS and Android devices. So it's pretty much it's designed to reach a large audience here, which is perfect. That's what we're looking for. Another key point to note here is that MyDefiPet is operated on the Binance Smart Chain and the Cardia chain. If you don't know what Cardia chain is, it's a blockchain that revolves around interoperability. So it has the ability to operate and be used by members using Ethereum blockchain, Polkadot, stuff like that. Any smart contract platform is what it aims to operate on. So we got a couple things with MyDefiPet. So like I said, it's a pet battling game. It's a breeding game that, those tend to be really popular right now. So this might end up being big. So we have the ability to collect our monsters. And it says here that a new monster is born every hour. And it looks like they're going to have some sort of auctioning system to get in there and, oh, what's up, Ryder? So they're going to have a new monster born every 24 hours that players are going to be able to bid on. And if nobody bids on it, it says it goes to some other system that's going to be used later. But we've got collect. You can breed your monsters from any two monsters. You can make a new one that has the traits of those other two. You can evolve them. And I was looking into this a little bit. You can evolve your monsters from level 1 to 50. And it looks like the rare monsters reach a certain evolution, and then like the legendary monsters and stuff like that can evolve even further. They're going to have seasons and events, which is pretty cool. I'll touch on that here in just a minute. And you're going to be able to battle and rank among other players. So MyDefiPet runs off of this DPET token, which I'm going to show you how to get here as soon as we finish looking at this. But it's going to be the in-game currency. So whenever you want to level up your pet, whenever you want to buy new eggs, anything like that, it's going to use this DPET token, token. You're also going to be able to take these tokens and stake them, which is also pretty cool, because staking them is going to get you new items. You're going to be able to get new eggs from certain pools, or just more tokens in general. In this team here, this is what I was talking about, it going more into mainstream. A lot of these people have, created other games, more traditional games that, seem to get a larger audience because that's been the go-to for forever. Blockchain gaming is pretty new. So it's going to be combining some of these people with some crypto enthusiasts and hopefully reaching a really large audience. Now, I do want to take a look just at the white paper of this game because it has some pretty interesting stuff in it. So if we look at the white paper here, the very first thing that it says, MyDefiPet is the initiative for our vision of a mass adoption blockchain game. That's what a lot of people have been looking for because, not everybody even knows what blockchain games are. We want these companies to get out there and really make it accessible for people that are used to more traditional game styles. It says the characteristics of the name of the game. You have your pet raising game. It introduces DeFi into that, and it's personalized. So MyDefiPet revolves around a core loop of collect, breed, evolve, battle, and trading. Basically a pretty traditional pet breeding game style. So there's a couple things in here that were really, really interesting that I want to get to. And the first one is this season reward. So like I said before, the game's going to be split in different seasons and events, which is pretty cool. And it looks like they're going to have some really big prizes too. So it says here that the first season will have a reward of $100,000, 100,000 US dollars. And that's locked by a team in a smart contract. So there's not going to be any rug pulls or anything like that. This is in the game, and players just have to get there to collect it. And I don't know if this is exactly what it's going to be, but it looks like you're going to have to own certain legendary pets, which I'm guessing that you get by doing certain events and stuff like that. And then you're going to have to burn like a certain 5 tokens. And I'm guessing that's to keep those NFTs in the game for other people. So kind of a cool reward system here. You get paid out with a large sum of money, and also at the same time you're putting some of these NFTs back into the pool for other people to find and acquire. So it's kind of like a self-sustaining reward system here, because if they didn't add in this burn, you would see people just accumulating, and you would have a whale problem where a few people control all of the best tokens basically. That's not going to be possible if they want to get this prize. So there's going to be trading. Like I said, you're going to be able to use that DPET token to take your items and take your pets and put them up for auction basically for buyers to come in and bid on those. So lots of chances for play to earn here. It is really, really cool. So I did touch on this before. This is what the game runs on, is the Binance Smart Chain and the Cardia chain. And if we look at how Cardia chain is set up, this is what I was talking about. It has a lot of interoperability. So Cardia chain can interact with the Binance Smart Chain. It can interact with the Cardia chain itself, obviously. It has Polkadot, and it's also got future support built into it for Ethereum. So I don't know exactly what that means, but it looks like they're looking to get Ethereum involved at some point, which is huge because, as we all know, there is a very large fan base for Ethereum. Diehard Ethereum fans will love that kind of stuff. So that's the end of the wallpaper. You guys can check it out on their website. There's going to be a link for the MyDefiPet website in here. But like I said, this is supposed to launch today. And, if it's anything like Axie or the other pet breeders, this has the potential to really explode in value, which is going to be great for everybody in the blockchain gaming world that gets in on this. So I did want to talk a little bit about how to actually get the DPET token, because it kind of confused me at first, and I had to pretty much stumble my way through it until I really got it figured out. I'm not really a DeFi user, so this might help out a couple people. So let's take a look here. So this is actually my inventory. I did go through and buy 5 pets total. I bought 5 rare eggs, and I found out that for each egg that I bought, the rare eggs, it's only 3 DPET tokens. So I wanted to go ahead and get a couple of these because it has, I think it's 4, it looks like 4 pets per team, you know, based on the images and stuff that I'm seeing on the wallpaper, on the white paper. So in order to get these, I had to actually get DPET tokens and put them on their website and buy these, which was a little bit confusing. So what you got to do to get a DPET token, you want to go to CoinMarketCap, and up at the top, you just search, you know, DPET, and it will lead you to the stats for the DPET token. And it looks like they're doing some work on their site, so it doesn't have a market cap, but I do know that the market cap is quite low right now, because I really don't think a lot of people have even seen, you know, the game really, which is why I'm trying to introduce it to you guys. But we can see here that we have a contract on the Binance Smart Chain. This is what you're going to want to look for. So if you take this contract here, copy it, and in order to actually get the DPET token, you want to go to PancakeSwap. PancakeSwap is one of the few places that I've seen that actually has it. And once you get here, you can choose the currency that you want to pay in. So for example, when I did this, I had a little bit of BNB in my MetaMask wallet. So I took some of that and I bought my tokens. But you want to choose what token you want to pay in. So we'll choose wrapped BNB for right now. And once we choose the token that we want to receive, it opens up this little window where you can choose. You won't actually find DPET under any of these. So what you do is come up here to this address bar. We're going to paste that Binance smart contract that found, basically. Once you do that, it'll find the DPET token and let you actually choose that. Now, right now, this DPET token is actually pretty cheap. If we go back to the CoinMarketCap, it looks like it's floating around 88 cents right now. It has dipped down a little bit, just from the big dip that we saw in all the cryptos recently. I've seen it floating around 99. Yeah, see 90 cents up at the high for the 24-hour. And if we go to the 1 year, let's see, 1 year high got all the way up to $1.42, and that's pre-release on this game. So, if this game ends up exploding in value, and the everybody's getting into it and playing more, you could see this DPET token go a little bit higher, which is kind of cool right now because we're still early on the game. It's still early for new people to get into it and get your tokens now and get a team just in case it does get really expensive in the future. So like I said, each egg that you want to buy is 3 DPET tokens and a really small gas fee. You can get a whole team, a whole team of 4 eggs for like $15 basically. Might be worth it if you guys want to check this game out to go ahead and do that before it explodes in value. So that's MyDefiPet. Like I said, it's aiming to take blockchain games into the mainstream, which is really, really important for this whole ecosystem to grow. So it's something to definitely look out for. I have one other big piece of news that I want to cover with you guys, and this one's really, really exciting. It's still in the works, but it's definitely something to look out for. So the other day, CoinDesk came out with a news article that was really, really interesting to me. So it says here, Decentraland founder unveils project of bringing NFTs to BigTime video game. And it goes in to say that the Decentraland co-founder Ari Melich, however you say his name, is teaming up with the gaming industries gaming industry heavyweights to launch BigTime Studios. BigTime Studios is a company formed by gaming industry veterans. Mission is to bring blockchain-based games to a mass audience. So it says they came out of stealth mode today. They had quite a bit of funding. Looks like originally they had 10.3 million, and they're working on getting the final bits of another 11 million. So that so far, right off the bat, they have $21 million in funding just to make this game. So BigTime CEO, who was previously a co-founder and CEO at Decentraland, everybody knows Decentraland. It's probably the biggest virtual reality platform out there. You get in there, it's a whole world. So he was the co-founder of that. And he says he plans to make the first AAA or highly rated action title that allows players to hold and trade NFT-based virtual items with ease. That with ease part is probably the biggest point in here that I want to make. So it goes into a little bit of backstory on Melich. Made Nifty, which is an NFT conference. That's pretty cool. But this is the main point that I want to bring out of this article. So we are building tech that gives regular players who know nothing about crypto access to their virtual blockchain-based virtual goods. That means providing hosted wallets and a fully managed experience where we can custody their assets, and also taking a lot of the transactions off-chain to save on gas. So you guys know what the biggest problem with crypto games is right now and why people aren't playing them? Because they don't know anything about crypto and they don't know anything about blockchain because they're used to traditional games. So what this guy wants to do is he wants to dumb it down for the people that aren't in this industry, which is, I can totally relate to that, because even myself being into crypto and being into the blockchain gaming world, just like with MyDefiPet, I had to stumble around until I could figure out where to get DPET tokens. I had to do research on how to get them, how to swap them, all this kind of stuff. What this guy wants to do and what his team wants to do is make a banger of a title, a really, really good game that has NFTs built into it, and also lets newer players, or not newer players, but newer people in this ecosystem, it helps them out. It gives them a wallet. It makes their transactions, doesn't scare them away with gas fees. All this kind of stuff is really, really important if we ever want to get blockchain games into the mainstream. Really, really good stuff here. So Melich said that the project is being built on Ethereum, but with proprietary tech to scale off-chain. So that's what he's talking about, is making a lot of these transactions off-chain, save on the gas fees, and I'm guessing there will be a layer 2 solution in there somewhere for the future, basically. Maybe Infinity, something like that. So it says that Melich is joined by former Decentraland compatriot Thor Alexander and a founding team that includes key players from such games as World of Warcraft, Call of Duty, and League of Legends. 3 amazing titles that have such a huge fan base, really, really polished games that appeal to the masses, basically. And it even says right here, the market for in-game assets is massive, and yet in today's world, players do not possess and usually cannot trade the items they purchase. Which is, that's true. These games that they've made in the past have, they might have been really successful, but they don't have that play-to-earn aspect, which is what this guy wants to incorporate in the next big game. So really, really cool article by CoinDesk. There's a video here. I would suggest that everybody goes and checks it out. It's basically an interview with the team and, their sites for the future on there. So I do have BigTime Studios pulled up. If we go to their homepage here, we can see that BigTime, which I'm guessing is going to end up being the name of the game. BigTime is a multiplayer action RPG that makes collectible NFTs accessible to everybody. Said back to that mass adoption. Big Time is a multiplayer action RPG. We already know that, where where you team up with friends to adventure across time and space. Now, looking at this, I'm getting like a large, we can tell the game designers that made this, because it even has like a a feel like a AAA game. It looks like Overwatch or League of Legends, something like that, which makes sense because if we scroll a little bit more, BigTime Studios has recruited an all-star team of game industry veterans, the likes of Epic Games, Blizzard, EA, and Riot. If you don't know who those game manufacturers are, they're the people that make Fortnite, God of War, Call of Duty, Overwatch. They didn't mention them on here, but it's also League of Legends, World of Warcraft. Just the biggest titles that you can possibly think of in the gaming world are coming together to make a really good blockchain game. This is absolutely groundbreaking. It's going to be something that I think is really going to explode. So I would definitely check out the BigTime website and definitely join their Discord for updates, things like that. Now I do have the game itself pulled up, just so we can kind of take a look at what kind of things we can expect from BigTime. So it's an action RPG. This is one of the things that I thought was really cool about the game itself. So they have different classes, but it says here that the BigTime's timeline system, because it's like a time travel machine basically that you get into, but BigTime's timeline system allows players to level up the same character in multiple class paths and switch to the desired class on the fly. So we see this with a lot of the other games that were mentioned, like Overwatch. You're not obviously locked into one character on Overwatch, not locked into one character on League of Legends. That might be the biggest comparison to this, because in League of Legends you have your underlying account that levels up, and you choose whatever character you want to play per game. Kind of like this game is kind of trying to do. And people love that sort of stuff because it unlocks possibilities for NFTs on your account, and also for the characters that you're playing. So lots of different chances to collect different things here. So as an example of like the weapons that you can do, so it looks like we got an axe, more axes. These are like little weapon NFTs that I'm guessing you're going to be able to get. Just some really cool stuff. I mean, it looks like the game is really, really polished. Or not yet, but it's going to be really polished, and something that a lot of players, traditional gaming players, are going to like. So I said this before. It has a time machine, and time machine, I'm guessing, is how you get to different timelines, and so you have your own personal time machine that you can decorate and customize. And once you get your friends in, you guys can travel in that to a different timeline and battle and things. That's pretty much it for BigTime Studios. Like I said, this game, be on the lookout for BigTime, because if it's successful and if it's popular like League of Legends and Overwatch and all those games have been in the past, you can expect a larger audience than a lot of these blockchain games. Now, don't get me wrong. I love blockchain games. I love the play-to-earn model, but I've been really waiting for something like this to happen, because I could see where a traditional gamer would get completely scared off from the idea of, for example, going to PancakeSwap and getting like a token, or getting an asset in Ethereum and having to pay a $300 gas fee in order to put that on the market. People look at that kind of stuff from the outside, and they view that as scammy. They view that as too complicated. That it turns them off. So if you can get a game like this that is going to make it easier for those types of players to get in, you're going to have an audience. And what that's going to do is it's going to bring those people into this particular game. They're going to see how the play-to-earn model actually works and get to utilize it. And then you're going to have people playing that type of game for life. A League of Legends player doesn't pick up League of Legends and play it for a week usually and then quit. If they like that game, they're in it for years. Get a WoW player that likes playing World of Warcraft. They don't get that game and get turned off after a week. They get into it and play it for years, which is what we need in the blockchain gaming community and our ecosystem in order to make these things work for the long term. So seeing a really good crew behind a game like this is really, really exciting. And I would definitely keep your eyes on this one. I'm going to personally take some of my funds and try to invest in this early, because I haven't seen a game out there like this one yet, that really plans to reach an audience like, it's really exciting news in the blockchain world. But that's all the news that I had for you guys today. Like I said, MyDefiPet, little recap. MyDefiPet looks like it might be really big. It's aimed towards mass adoption as well. Check out MyDefiPet. It's supposed to launch today around 3 p.m. Eastern time. Launches are always kind of hairy, but it's still a chance to get in a little bit early if you guys haven't checked that game out. Again, shout out to CharDX from my Discord. Really appreciate the heads up on that one. Definitely can't wait to battle and see where that game goes off. And check out BigTime Studios. BigTime Studios, have your eyes on that one, because it is going to be massive, in my opinion. No actual release date on it yet, but you can't beat the game designers like that. You just can't. Those are the best guys in the industry, and they're teaming up with some big players in the crypto industry too. Like BigTime Studios is set up with North Island Ventures, which are crypto investors. We got Digital Currency Group, which is the owner of CoinDesk. We got OKX's huge crypto exchange backing that. And then we have Sam Bankman, which is a crypto investing firm. All of these guys are backing this game. So expect that to be really, really big. But that's all the news I had for you guys today. I am planning on making some more game tutorials with the new games that I'm playing. Light Night, MyDefiPet when I can play that, and of course my Lost Relics fam. So stay tuned for that. Like I said, if you guys like the content, like the video, go ahead and hit me a like and subscribe, and hop into the Discord if you want. We got a growing community in here, so pretty cool to see that happening. But